Hey folks, it's the bearded bikepacker here with a review for the Bessport Paraiso 3 to 4 man tent. Now to start off with a comparison, this is a photo I took myself on my last bikepacking journey, and this is their product shot. This is currently going on Amazon for I think £89 for the 2 to 3 person tent and about £104 for the 3 to 4 person tent. Now this is really easy to set up, perfect if there's 2 of you, but more than doable if there's just 1. There's quite a lot of wind, but it's still achievable. It's got a really simple and easy to use aluminum pole system. They're all connected and they just slot in one by one very easily. Below is all the product information. I'm 6'2" and most of the time I am bikepacking by myself. I like the luxury of a large amount of space, and with a lot of searching, this is the tent I finally found that has both a relatively light weight at just under 3 kilograms, but with more than enough space with my long body. Now as you can see, the inner mesh tent just simply clips onto that pole very easily. Get ready for some gratuitous shots of inside and outside the tent. Now it's springtime in the UK here, so not warm enough to have just the mesh tent by itself, but I'm sure on warmer nights that would be a wonderful way with which to fall asleep. This part gets a little bit trickier. Now with 2 people, putting on the top layer is no problem at all, and had it not been for the windy day, I think it would have been a lot easier. Here we go with close-ups with all the toggles and clips. There are clips on each corner with which to attach the 2 layers together and then just pull to tighten. Also with the close-ups you can see the toggle system just to keep those doors very easy to do up and unloosen very quickly. It is a tub floor style tent. What I would recommend is just an extra ground sheet. I didn't take one with me this time. Inside the tent at the top we have this hanging mesh basket, underneath which is also a hook should you wish to alternate between the 2. There are 2 doors, one either side. The vestibule areas are actually quite decent in size, though they do have a relatively low slope, so storing anything larger will be leaning against the outside layer. Here I am stretching my legs out. I am, as I say, 6'2", but I'd say reasonably anybody up to about 6'5" could lay end to end without their head and feet touching the walls. There's a closer look at the hook. Now, depending on which you'd prefer, you can unhook that mesh canopy and just use the hook provided, but both are very welcome features. Each of the 4 corners has these storage pockets which helps get everything off the ground and is just a welcome source of storage. Here's a look at what the tent looks like from the outside. With a seamless transition through the air vent, and you can see how much space is between the 2 layers. And then we transition inside. This is after the second morning. It is a cold spring, it was 0 degrees, so I've got my warm gloves on, but there was not a single bit of condensation at all. It should be said that I have not tried this tent out in the rain, but it kept me warm and dry. Now here's a look with my sleeping gear in situation. Now I've just upgraded my sleeping system to a Trekology Duo. First up is the Untitled Pillow 2.0, and then we've got the Untitled UL80 sleeping mat. Both of these are insanely good value. The sleeping mat especially holds its own compared to some of the more expensive sleeping pads out there. I'll do an in-depth review of these at a later date, but that's it. I am the bearded bikepacker. And if you want to grab any of the items in the video yourself, there's a cheeky affiliate link in the description below. Until next time, safe bikepacking.